So there it is, and straight from the Prime Minister himself. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have a digital ID. It's as simple as that. Starmer has now confirmed his government will press ahead with the introduction of mandatory digital IDs, insisting it's the only way to make Britain's borders more secure. This is a major shift in how every single person in this country will be treated, because it's no longer just about migrants crossing the channel. This is about you. This is about whether ordinary British citizens will need a state-issued digital identity simply to live, work, and survive in their own country. Have a watch of this. But first, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more. Have a watch. And that is why today I am announcing this government will make a new free-of-charge digital ID mandatory for the right to work by the end of this Parliament. Let me spell that out. You will not be able to work in the United Kingdom if you do not have digital ID. It's as simple as that. Because decent, pragmatic, fair-minded people, they want us to tackle the issues that they see around them. And of course, the truth is we won't solve our problems if we don't also take on the root causes. Looking upstream to tackle poverty, conflict, climate change, issues that aren't just intolerable for those of us who care about inequality and injustice wherever it's found in the world, but which have clear consequences for our own citizens. Take Russia's aggression in Ukraine. We all have a responsibility for the future of our continent to stand tall where oppression and violence rear its head. But it is also about energy security, because Putin and other tyrants have used their control over energy supplies as a threat. They've pushed up energy bills, threatened to keep doing so unless they get their way. And that's why we're investing in our own energy, sovereign control over our own future, whether that's nuclear, wind, solar power. Now, this will create good jobs, but it will also take the boot of tyrants like Putin off our throat. So, our mission to become a clean energy superpower is about future-proofing energy supply, bringing energy bills down, and protecting the planet that we all live on. Doing right by our values and by our countries and our citizens. Because in this era, we must be the nation builders. We must be the patriots in our countries. We must show working people that we and only we can deliver the pride and belonging they seek. Their communities strong, cohesive, changed for the better, taking control of our future, tackling the big challenges, whether that's climate change or illegal migration, not shying away from them. That is how we win. That is how we rebuild. That's how renewal defeats grievance. Critics argue this hands the government unprecedented power over our daily lives, essentially putting people under a constant system of monitoring and control. And once a system like this is in place, it rarely ever gets rolled back. Now, many will say it's about security, but others see it as a dangerous step toward a surveillance state where your ability to earn a living is tied to whether you have the right government-approved digital paperwork. And remember, more than 800,000 people have already signed a petition opposing the scheme, warning it poses a serious threat to civil liberties. Yet, the Prime Minister has made it clear he's moving ahead regardless. In other news, Reform UK leader Nigel Farage has delivered a blunt political rejection of central bank digital currency proposals during his meeting with Bank of England Governor Andrew Bailey. Speaking to the media following the encounter, Nigel revealed his stark opposition to the plans. "My response, which was not a central banking response, was over my dead body," he stated when discussing the digital currency proposals. The Reform UK leader explained that Bailey had outlined how both the Bank of England and the government were exploring whether digital currencies could function effectively in practice. The governor specifically highlighted potential benefits for combating fraud. Despite Bailey's rationale, Nigel's emphatic dismissal signals a significant political divide over the future of digital currencies in Britain. The encounter at the Bank of England's Threadneedle Street headquarters brought together Nigel and his deputy Richard Tye with Governor Bailey for what participants characterised as a constructive discussion. Mr. described the meeting as a significant moment and noted that Mr. Bailey was keen to engage with their concerns. I asked him about central bank digital currencies. He made it very clear that the Bank of England and the government are pursuing the idea to see if it can work in practicality. Nigel recounted the governor emphasized that digital currencies could serve as an effective tool for addressing fraudulent activities. Mr. Bailey's position reflects ongoing institutional interest in exploring technological solutions to financial crime. Though this approach has clearly failed to convince the Reform UK leadership, the discussion extended beyond digital currencies to encompass broader cryptocurrency policy, where Nigel pressed for a more progressive stance from the central bank. He had previously branded bank officials dinosaur bureaucrats over their approach to digital assets. Following the meeting, Nigel acknowledged some progress, telling reporters that Mr. Bailey was maintaining an open mind on cryptocurrency regulation, which he found at least encouraging. However, he maintained that the bank was moving a little too slowly on embracing digital assets. "I think they're adopting an overly cautious approach. What he did say was in that world that they are looking at it. He said, our minds are not closed on this issue." Nigel reported the Reform UK leader has become an outspoken advocate for cryptocurrency adoption, with his party accepting Bitcoin donations and proposing to establish Britain as a leading hub for crypto innovation. The meeting also covered Reform UK's campaign against the bank's quantitative tightening program, with Mr. TC arguing that halting bond sales could assist Chancellor Rachel Reeves ahead of November's budget. The deputy leader characterized the current approach as a systemic misuse of taxpayers' money that saddles the public with billions in losses. Reform's economic positions face scrutiny. However, research by campaign group Best for Britain revealed that 57% of potential Reform voters found attacks on the party's spending plans and economic credentials most persuasive among various criticisms. Labour MP Liam Burns seized on these findings, comparing Farage to Liz Truss 2.0 and accusing him of promoting unfunded promises that would result in higher mortgages and bills for working families. Nigel Farage's uncompromising stance against central bank digital currency underlines a growing political battle over the future of money in Britain. While Governor Andrew Bailey continues to explore potential benefits around fraud prevention and financial innovation, Reform UK's leadership has positioned itself firmly in opposition, championing cryptocurrency adoption instead. The meeting may have revealed some common ground on regulatory openness, but it also highlighted deep divisions over how the UK should navigate the digital finance era, splitting institutional caution from political calls for rapid change. What are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let me know down in the comments section below. If you've not yet already, make sure you do drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel for more British content. Thank you. Take care. Goodbye.